Well, it's Christmas Day. We got done with our presents and stuff, and I needed to come over this afternoon and work on the girls' water because it was starting to get froze up this morning. So I'm here now. They seem to be doing all right with the lean-to. It's nice and warm and out of the wind in there for them, but their water there is starting to freeze up, so I'm going to go ahead and put a heater in it and get them set up. I probably should already have done that, but time got away from me. So we'll get that set up now. Real quick, I don't even know how well you can see. I'm on my spare GoPro. The main camera battery died. It's so cold. This project turned into about an hour-long project. We got a bad outlet we need to fix. One of the hoses was froze up that we had over here. So I got it all together. I carried all the water up. I'll have to come back tomorrow to finish filling up the thing with the hoses and fix that outlet so we can run just one extension cord to this to get it working. But the heifers are in their pen with water now. All good. We got it on so it won't freeze up overnight. So I'm going to wrap this up for the night. We'll be back in the morning to fix all the stuff that has broke because it's cold. I'm over it for the night, so it's Christmas. I'm going to head home. So we're back at the back barn today. Going to try to fix everything that was broke yesterday. So we'll start with the electrical outlets so we can get the pipe tape that's wrapped around our outdoor water hydrants plugged back in. So I got all the wires hooked up to the new plug here. We're going to turn it on at the main breaker. I got a light there, it's flashing. Nothing's on here. Let's hit reset. And these two lights here are lit up. And that's what this tester's showing me, that it's all wired correct that way. So that was our problem. Our old plug that we had here just gave out. So I just put a new one in, so now we'll be able to hook it all back up. So everything on that plug is working good. We got the extension cord ran down to the pipe tape. That way our pipe won't freeze throughout the winter because we'll use it whenever we need to get water for the like heifers, but I'm hoping to not have to get them water too much longer. I'm hoping to be able to get them integrated in with the rest, but we'll just have to see. But we also got to protect the pipe anyway, so I just went ahead and got it done now that we had the time. You can see that there's a little light on inside there, and we have the hydrant wrapped with insulation, fiberglass, and then that electric line around it. It worked good for us last winter. It'll work fine this winter. But now we need to run back and check on the steers and see how they're doing. So we'll head back to the bale feeder and see if they've been around there today. Well, I can tell the steers have been in this loafing area. Probably spent the night in here. We keep it filled full of straw for them. It's a walled-in area down here right off the edge of the feeding floor so they can stay out of the wind. Basically in the winter, they'll stay up here a lot whenever we get bad snowstorms, and that's why probably the next couple weeks I'll move the round bale feeder up here onto the feeding floor. That way it's a lot closer to them. Since this is going to be the area they hang out in anyway, it just makes things a lot easier on them, being closer to their feed, and easier for us to check on things. I'm out next to the feeder. They've been out here today. I can see in the snow a lot of area they've been playing around, running around in. This is the bale we put out. We put that bale out 5 days ago. So they've been eating a lot on it, but with this weather change and how cold it's gotten, it doesn't surprise me. So we'll probably have that bale last another couple days, and then we'll get another one out here to them. But we'll walk on up here and check them, see how they're doing. Well, the steers are up here walking around out in the pasture. Everybody seems to be doing fine. They all come up to see what I'm doing. With that long hair, and it's only about 30 degrees today, this is kind of weather that doesn't really affect them at all. They're out walking around, munching on some grass, eating some hay, just generally hanging out. Yesterday it was down to 14, and we had some high winds, and then the snow, and it was pretty rough, and that's about the time they'll really start hanging out down there in that lean-to in the shed, out of the wind. But days like today, you'll find them out walking around the pasture, just hanging out. Well, these guys seem to be doing fine, so we'll leave them alone, and we'll head up here and check that heater in the heifer's water tank and give them some hay. You can see here where they've been going down into the creek, getting a drink of water. It's pretty close to their whole area right here. Their mineral feeder's right there. Round bale's right there for them. So this is kind of a whole little area that they congregate in a lot with everything here. And these are chunks of ice that I took out of the water last night before I put in the heater. And these are probably almost 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches thick. It doesn't take long for those waters to freeze up and bust, so that's why it was important we got the heater in. So that's the water heater that we installed last night. It comes in through the drain hole. You mount it in there with some rubber gaskets, and it just keeps the water warm, like 33, 34 degrees. I mean, it's not like a bathtub or anything, but it won't freeze. And then we have a plug running out the side and around. I would prefer to put the water tank on that side of the pen to cut down on one extension cord, but it was getting miserable last night. It was getting dark, it was getting cold, wind and snow was just blowing like crazy. It was Christmas, I wanted to get home. The plug wasn't working, the one hose was froze up, so I ended up just carrying all buckets of water up here to fill this up, so they had water and to make sure the heater was working. But I'll probably end up swapping it over in the next couple days and getting it on the other side where we want it at. So I was able to move the heifer's water over to the other side of the pen. We wanted to let them out of the pen in this front little lot here in front of the lean-to, but we've noticed they've had some diarrhea and stuff, so we got a sample, we got to the vet, and we're waiting to hear back if they find anything in that. But we're gonna put a little something in their water to help them out with that, just as a start, and then go from there depending on what the vet tells us. Now that we got the steers and the heifers pretty much set up for the winter, everything they need other than just general care, making sure their water's good and they have hay, we really need to turn our focus towards the ewes, and then we have a group of feeder lambs coming. So we need to get everything ready, get ready for the lambing to start, and get everything set up over at the house, ready for the new feeder lambs. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.